Hello Commanders, Commander Plater here, and we're back with the ZEN CAST. Hope everyone's doing well today. So Proxim, if you want to say hello.
Hello, everybody.
And we have a guest today, and we have Dr. Kaii with us.
Hello, folks.
So yeah, today the theme of the ZEN CAST is going to be exploration. Now, just to let you know, initially we do have some. We're going to be running a competition today, as all part of our challenge. Now, myself and Proxim are going to be having an exploration challenge. Now, what that means is we are both going to be taking stock asps. We're in open as well, so if you want to help us or hinder us, you can, which is totally up to you. But yeah, we're going to be going to try and gather as much exploration data as possible in the stream. But yeah, stock asp explorers, and the whole idea is that you guys are going to be guessing the amount of exploration data I am gathering, and then you're going to leave a comment on the stream once it's done, and we will be picking a winner. There'll be 5 people who are the closest will be winning a Distance World patch, which is kindly donated by Dr. Kaii.
I've got to flog him.
So first of all, thank you for joining us, Dr. Kaii. It's been absolutely fantastic that we've been able to get you in. We've got a few things that we want to talk about. In the meantime, what myself and Proxim are going to be doing is kitting out our ASP Explorers. And remember, guys, we're in open, so if you want to come at us, either help us or hinder us, you are more than welcome to. Preferably help. But yeah,
Careful
Jameson
what you wish
Memorial.
for, guys.
Yeah, I know, it's risky, isn't it? But yeah, so first of all, Dr. Kaii, if you want to tell us how you got into Elite Dangerous.
I'll give the full story. It's not that long. I was not hugely interested in Elite Dangerous before it was it was in beta and gamma when it was first announced, because it sounded like a revamp of an old space game, and I played some space games that were similar. For example, X something,
XCOM?
I don't know.
Oh, X Rebirth, probably.
X Rebirth and all that, and I just couldn't get into them. So it looked a bit like that, and plus it was like a sort of a fan game that people had played like the old version. It was like a anyway. I had an Oculus Rift, and it was just gathering dust because there was no decent stuff going on there. And then at some point I read that it's going to simulate the entire galaxy, 400 billion stars. So that already opened my mind to it. And then at some point I was just sitting there. We didn't have that much money, but it was like my birthday, I think, or I don't know. My wife was like, "We've got a bit of money on this account, so do you want something?" And I was like, "Not really. Actually, you know what? Elite Dangerous sounds good. I'm looking for a good VR game." And, well, turned out to be my favourite game of all time. And I haven't left. I've clocked in over 1,000 hours. And, yeah, very happy to be here.
Awesome. Brilliant stuff.
I'd actually be happy to ask you the same question, but I just don't have the time right now. So I'm going to be quite selfish and only answer questions. As you know, I have to leave in like half an hour, but I will be back.
That is absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Now, something that you are, I guess, famous for at this point is the Distant Worlds expeditions. Now, how do you even begin trying to actually arrange something like that?
Oh gosh, I mean, I have to say, the arranging part is a lot of fun. I don't know, I've got this kind of project manager, project leader type personality. I love doing stuff like that. But with these expeditions, usually what happens is we don't even plan it to be as big as they are. Distant Worlds especially, we just wanted a few people, as the famous story goes, and then like hundreds of people ended up joining. So we just had to decide how we're going to do it, and we used whatever tools we could. I think Distant Worlds was planned very badly. I got everyone basically to send me a private message one by one. I went through them, wrote down their email, added them to this group, that group. We didn't even use Discord back then. We did in the end, but I was planning to use Skype because I didn't know much about Discord back then. And then yeah, it's just a question of what do I do today? Shall I work on the newsletter? You gather a team. Everyone specializes in this. Delegate. You have to have one guy who's aware of everything that's going on, and that was me, for Distant Worlds. And then he can give jobs to people because, he knows who to deal with what and all that when things come up. I guess that answers your question, I guess.
Yeah, no, pretty much. I mean, so chaos is the answer. Kind of wing it and see what happens.
Chaos.
Remember, guys, if you do have any quick questions that you want to throw out as well, bung them in the chat, and we will pick up on them. Hopefully, he
Cola
says.
2 just wrote that he may have been the one that got us to do Distant Worlds. Actually, he's kind of right. Me and Aramis were planning on going just us two. That was how it originally started. Like, he was going to go again, and I said, can I come? And then I told Cola, and he's like, can I come? And then we were like, okay, well, us three are going to go. And then I'm not sure what happened, but Aramis posted it on the forum, and Cola maybe pushed him to do that. And that's kind of how it started, I think. But Cola's probably going to correct me.
So you'll have to see what he says.
So Beetle has asked a question as well, but I think we're going to get to that.
Oh, which system is the most beautiful one? Ooh. Well, we'll be coming to that one in a minute. So I've got a strict order that I'm attempting to keep to. Now, you've written a few tools to help prospective explorers, haven't you?
One of them's for explorers, I guess. The other one is for... It's mainly actually... It started off as being for virtual reality users, but it's actually useful for everyone.
Now, we have put the links to all of that in the description. So if you guys want to check them out later on, please do. Obviously, keep watching. But yeah, so how do you kind of get into making stuff like that?
I wanted to get into coding. I work in IT. It's in the real world, like in year 2017. And I don't like IT that much, and I'm actually quite good at coding. So I'm trying to learn coding. And I use these projects to basically as learning experiences. So yeah, that's how I got into it. And I just really love, like, my main tool is ED Profiler, which is basically a tool for creating graphics settings that you can apply before starting the game, creating profiles. So yeah, the link's in the description. You're more than welcome to donate. Very, very, even £1 is like a great donation from you. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But yeah, 10,000 people using that one. The other one that I created was ED System Importer. ED Systems Import. I don't know what I called it, but it's there. And basically, in 2.2, they added a new filter on the Galaxy map where you can filter by systems visited. And the devs basically gave us a way to put in other systems into that database. And so I created a tool that basically reads all your old log files and all your old databases from whatever program you're using, like Captain's Log or ED Discovery or whatever. And it creates like a file that actually does that for you. You can import all your historic jumps, and that's had a few hundred. That's like, I think, up to 600 downloads now.
Wow.
And yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Basically, yeah, it's really awesome. Like my system, my Galaxy map, when I filter by systems visited, I see every single system I've been to since maybe 2 weeks after I started playing. Before that, I don't think I was like clued up enough to activate the log files or anything, but I did that as soon as I found out about it.
All right, if I may interrupt for just a second, Plater, you're behind. I've already left the station.
Oh, come on! That is typical, right? I need to get out there. I was really thinking. I dilly-dallied too much. Yes, dilly-dallied.
Fill up your fuel, quick! Fill up your fuel.
But yeah, I think we're
too late. You're already launched.
No, it's fuel is fully stocked.
Oh. I saw a bar very briefly as I was watching the stream that wasn't full. Maybe it's your ammo heat sinks, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't got any heat sinks. I've gone super light. This is my plan. But remember, guys, so I'm going to be getting out of the bubble as quickly as possible, and then we are on for... oh, man, I should have got better thrusters. Okay, so Proxim, how far away are you already?
About 30-odd light years. I'm about to make my second jump.
When you said stock ASP, so you're not doing any engineering at all? It's just
none.
What you can get out of the system, out of the outfitting?
Yep, precisely.
Okay, cool.
Now, just so everyone knows, I'm literally picking somewhere about 1,000 light years away, and then I'm going to start jumping. That'll do, because otherwise it'll take too long. All right.
I'm actually giving people a chance to come hunt me. I'm jumping straight through the center of the bubble.
Yeah, apparently my fuel isn't full. Good. Way to go, Plater. Great start. Well, who would have thought, eh? keep people interested. Keep people guessing.
Also, that jump seems a little short. Are you sure you're plotting by maximum range rather than economic routes?
I've probably got a scoopable star selected. I'm hoping I have. I have to find out
Okay,
when I get the other end. Man, I'm this is kind of leads us on to one of our other questions, which is the have you got any real tips for people about exploration and what to do and how to do it properly?
Oh gosh, there's so many tips. I've got a whole series on it, so I might think of something to say right now, but I definitely would recommend you see my series, or if not mine, like lots of exploration videos. Josh Hawkins got some good ones and whatnot, but I think you put that in the description, didn't you?
Yes, I have put one in there. Your
yeah, the playlist.
Yeah.
So yeah, for beginners, you need to know what the best ships are for exploration. So I guess the Hauler is really good. That's the cheapest one that you can probably afford right at the beginning of the game. You want to make sure that you have it as light as possible. So a lot of things that a lot of beginners don't know. And one of the things that a lot of beginners don't know is that the life support and the scanner, what's it called? Oh, my brain's gone blank.
Discovery scanner.
No, not the scanner. The sensors. Sensors.
Okay.
Yeah, sensors and life support. If you switch them to the D class, not class. My brain's the D grade. So like 1D, I think, is in the Hauler for both of those. You actually save a bit of mass, and then you want to get everything as light as possible. If you're going to take a shield, get like a 3D or whatever, a 2D, even a 1D, just so you bump protection. Get a good fuel scoop. That's really important. And maybe take a Cobra if you can afford it. Otherwise, what I would recommend is don't go on a really deep exploration until you've got the ASP. It's expensive, and to outfit it for exploration is like a good 15 million, including the price of the ship. Make sure you buy your parts from a Li Yong Rui system, so you can get everything at 15% discount. The ASP has just got the range, and then eventually, when you've got kind of good at exploring, you've gone like to Maya. That's the first place people normally go to. MAIA. It's in the Pleiades Nebula. It's only 300 light years away from the bubble. Then you've kind of got a feel of how exploration works. You can dabble with engineering. You can get a better jump range. All basic stuff, really. But again, there's so much to it. It's actually quite deep, even though I've got a lot of complaints about how shallow it is, believe it or not. So watch those videos. I've got like a whole series. It starts off with beginners tips. It's a half-an-hour video, and then there's a few 10-minute videos on like master tips. No, advanced tips, and then I've got a few master tips videos as well. And I need to make some more of those because the mechanics have changed recently.
Oh, cool, awesome. So yeah, remember guys, there is a link in the description to go and check out Dr. Kai's channel, and also more information on exploration, because I can't pretend I'm an expert, as you guys can tell by the fact that I left without actually refilling on fuel. Smart move. Now, obviously, so whoever knows, Dr. Kai has a list of questions that I'm going through, but I've mixed the order up just to keep them guessing. Now, what is the most interesting place that you've seen out there in the galaxy?
Oh man, when you gave me that question, I didn't know what the answer was, and I was going to think of one, but I haven't. I have to say that it's a hard question to answer, because interesting is an interesting word. Like, the whole galaxy is interesting. So generally, I would go by like, what's the most beautiful place I've seen? Because I don't know, it's a game, so what does interesting mean? Okay, for the most interesting place, I would say M67. That's where we just went to the Distant Stars expedition. It's a whole cluster that's actually elongated into a sausage shape just so it would fit on the galaxy map, as far as I can tell. But it's based on a real cluster called M67. That is theorized to be the birthplace of our sun, just because it's fairly close and it's about the same age. May have been disproven. There's a video about it on Deep Sky Videos on YouTube. That brings a paper that says that's probably not true. But we did an expedition there, and what's so interesting about it as well is that you can get in, but you can't get out. There's a neutron star. In case you don't know, you can use the neutron stars and white dwarfs. You go into the jet streams coming out of them, and you can get a single jump boost. And neutron stars give you 4 times the distance you can really jump. Excuse me. And so there's a neutron star to get in, and you need to have a very heavily engineered ship to get in there. So we went in, and then we self-destructed on the way out. And you can see on my amazing exploration channel, which you should all subscribe to right now, a video of us basically plummeting to our death together in unison, and cheering and clapping and crying and hugging. Yeah, it was a very good place. But as for the most beautiful place, I think nearby, go to the Veil Nebula, East. No, Veil Nebula West. Absolutely stunning place. It's blue and pink, and I've never seen any nebula like that in the whole galaxy. And go head to the core when you feel ready. I would go in an ASP, not in a hauler or a Cobra. Go in like a long range ship, even engineer it, because it'll be a good month-long trip, if not longer, depending on how quick you are. Go into the core, and the way it changes is stunning.
So I have done only a single exploration trip, and it was to Sagittarius A, so to the core, and I did it pre-engineering. So I took a stock ASP, and I thought I'd be smart. I'd be like, oh no, I want to see as much as possible, so I'll only go with a B-rated FSD. Massive mistake.
Oh dear.
3 months there and back. So
well, you did it in 3 months. That's pretty good.
It was.
What was your jump range, like 20 light years?
Yeah, 21, something like that. Like it was. I didn't take any heat sinks because I didn't know they were a thing. It was really when I very first started making videos for YouTube as well. It's my very first series, and you know they're still up, guys. So if you want to go back and watch them, feel free, and you can see the difference in quality. I'm hoping. But yeah, I've learnt my.
Don't ever recommend your older videos on YouTube. As a YouTuber, it's a very bad move.
Okay.
That's really cool because my first series was this. I forgot what it's called. Deep Sky Survey. What is it? Does someone remember what they were called? Deep Space Surveys. I completely forgot. I think it's Deep Space Surveys. And I also went to Sagittarius A star. But I went with a friend and I did it 2 weeks there, 2 weeks back, I think.
2 weeks.
Yeah, and I made all the mistakes you made. No heat sinks, no AFMU, nothing.
I got you both beat. I was on the other side of the core and came all the way back to the bubble in 13 hours.
Wow.
I mean,
yeah, that's like a speed run.
Space
Pretty
man.
much. No, I went out to Jack's and then I was just kind of tooling around out on the other side of the core, and then my player group needed me back in the bubble, so I beelined it all the way back in 13 hours.
Bloody hell, that's amazing. I know that to get to Sagittarius A star, like the record for the buckyball races before engineering was about 12 hours. So yeah, with engineering it's going to be half of that now.
It's mad. I mean, I went out there and I thought I'll be back by the time the engineers get launched, and I wasn't. But there were loads of problems, and then by the time I got back, they were all fixed, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
engineers came out while we were on Distant Worlds. Oh, it was when we were coming back actually.
So I was going to say something I wanted to ask you was, and this is obviously a loaded question, you can answer it how you wish. The gameplay for Explorers is pretty limited at the moment. Is there anything that you would like to see, I guess, more coming in future updates?
Yeah, actually I didn't give you the link, but don't worry about it because I don't want to maintain it anymore, but there's already a forum thread stickied in the Explorers forum in the Frontier forums about a wish list, basically. It's called the Exploration Community Request List. I think I'm not dissing Frontier when I say that exploration is very bare bones. It's the most amazing game to explore in ever because we've got 400 billion stars all to scale and everything, but there's so, we need gameplay in there. We need gameplay. We've got a wish list of things we need to improve about the graphics and the actual galaxy itself, which is very popular. There's like a poll on that thread. I would obviously love to see atmospheric landing, but I know that's coming, so I'm not going to keep begging for it. I'd love space legs. I'd love to be able to hop around on planets, get more of a sense of the scale of things with space legs. I just made a Reddit thread about that, and that's a bit controversial. I'd love different types of scanners. I'd love, different things to find. There's so much. I'm being patient, but I think a very important thing to do is to be vocal about it. So if you want more exploration content, like whenever you see a thread come up about requesting it, go and say, yeah, me too. Like seriously, Frontier look at noise, and they measure in decibels how loud different communities are, and that's why there's a lot of like combat stuff, because they And also go on to other threads. If like someone requests like a bigger gun, something, go on there and say, no, we don't want that. We want exploration. Because a lot of people do that to our threads, and that's why we don't get anything. So we need to start doing it back, guys. Someone just asked, what do I envision regarding space legs and exploration gameplay? I haven't really thought about it, and I don't want to think about it because I like surprises. I just know the one thing I want from it the most is just for it to work well in terms of like scale and the feel of it, because once they've got that, then there's obviously an infinite number of gameplay mechanics they can add to it. So I want to be able to get out my ship on foot, walk under it in VR, and someone has also asked, is VR worth a buy? And yes, if you want VR, get the Oculus Rift, don't get the Vive. Haha, I said it. It works better with Elite anyway, if that's what you want it for. To be honest, don't really care which one you get, but yes, definitely get it if you can afford it. And if you can't afford it, then get a second job. Go a month without eating, whatever it takes. Save up the money and get it. You won't regret it. You can. There's always a way. Unless you're like 16 and still living at home and getting pocket money, haven't got a job, then sorry, you're out of luck for now. But otherwise, no one. If I could have afforded it, believe me, anyone can. You just have to find a way. See what you can sell, whatever. But in VR, Space Legs is going to change everything. The scale of ships is something we haven't even touched yet. And I'd love to explore my ships. I'd love to walk around on planets, and just see what other millions of mechanics can come from that.
Awesome. Yeah, so definitely there is a very, I guess, kind of one-sided aspect to Elite Dangerous at the moment. It is very combat-based, I would say, towards those people who want to go and shoot stuff. And also there's something I've mentioned before with the whole exclusion of gameplay is the mystery of the ruins, which I'm going to ask you for your opinion on in a moment or two. Actually now, yeah, why not? Get your opinions on that now. Oh yeah, your polite opinions.
No, I'll be polite. I don't really find it very interesting. I'm not saying that other people don't find it interesting. Don't think it. I'm not going to say it wasn't worth doing. Although personally, you think I'm an explorer, so I must love it. Yeah, it sounds really cool. To be honest, I really like the idea that we had to go and look for it. Unfortunately, I was busy at the time, but I probably would have gone out there and gone searching for it. That sounded fun. When the clues came out about there's several more alien ruin sites and they're going to be somewhere here. That sounds like a lot of fun. Beyond that, landing, solving the puzzles, not for me. A bit lazy. I feel like it's a bit of a waste of Frontier resources. It must have taken like weeks and weeks and weeks of dev time to make. In my opinion, that could have been better spent. But again, that's just my opinion. And obviously, there's a lot of people that share that opinion, but there's a lot of people that disagree with me. So I'm not into it. I'm just waiting for people to solve the puzzles, post up all the lore they've discovered, and read it with great interest. But beyond that, not for me. Conceptually, I do like the whole idea of alien ruins. I think the game needs more of that anyway, and discovering what they mean and all that. Like that sounds really cool on the face of it, but the way it's been done is just, I don't know. I don't like arbitrary puzzle solving. Some other people might.
Okay. No, I mean, certainly I went out there and I tried to give it a go myself, and I found it a touch, I guess, frustrating at times. So it was the going around, picking stuff up, driving around, scanning. That was actually our first Zen cast that we did, and it was a pretty dry on happenings. It was cool to be driving around, and every now and then we got something, but an awful lot of talking about alien porn. It's kind of the most interesting bit of it. Is that, oh look, Ramtaz found a bunch of alien porn. Good for him. But okay.
To be honest, it's easy to diss it and say, well, it was dry and boring and blah blah blah. Then again, I don't really know how else it could have been done. Don't know. I don't even have a suggestion about how they can add stuff like that. I always envisioned like a Star Trek style mission system, like when it comes to exploring, like going out, discovering things. Like, oh, here's a message that's been left here, and it's a. But then again, the galaxy's too big for that, so I don't know what to say. Unless they have things like procedurally generated, but then whatever. That never happened, and I don't have high hopes for it ever happening. But I'm hoping that season 3, if it's not going to be Space Legs, will be a massive overhaul of exploration. Like season 3, the explorers would be like, oh, take my money, take all of it. And just £100, no problem. Just make it good.
No, I can understand that, because to me, Elite Dangerous anyway is a game where I have got. We're talking about value for money here. I have thrown about 1,800 hours at the game, and you know, a loads of other games where you put that kind of time into it, you're paying subscription fees and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I would really love if Frontier charged more and expanded their office. I think they're sticking to a small office and not charging too much. I guess that's their business plan, and I guess they have reasons for that. I'd be very happy to pay £5-10 a month, and if it means they can hire like 100 more programmers and designers and just get more content out quicker. But again, I'm not a businessman. I have no idea why they've done what they've done. I'm sure it's for a good reason. I just want them to be successful, because the more money they have, the better content they can put out, the more consistent content they can put out. And so yeah, if they feel that loads of combat updates need to come first before they, you know, in order for them to stay afloat and, you know, expand to the point where they can actually survive for 10 years, then let them do it. Just, you know, whatever it takes. I'm going to be patient, even though I'm completely not patient.
On the topic of kind of more content coming out and updates, and we're also speaking about combat there quickly, multi-crew, how do you feel that's going to affect exploration?
Oh, well, it's a thing that explorers have wanted for a while, the ability to share a ship and go exploring together. And so that's going to be absolutely great, except that they kind of shafted us in that they're not giving helm control. They're not giving the ability to pass on helm control. So 2 people can't just grab a ship and take shifts in exploring. You basically have to sit there and watch what the other guy does, which is led to actually quite a great idea that Cola 2, who I believe is in the chat, we've already spoken about him. He set up the Galactic Travel Agency, and absolutely incredible. He's actually sent me a message about it. Basically, they are setting up a service where you can actually sign up to find an explorer who's out there who agrees to let people on his ship, and let's see. Actually, whatever. Can I just give you the link, because I kind of have to go. We can talk more about it later. But the Galactic Travel Agency basically is exactly what multi-crew exploration is all about, in my opinion.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, so bung us the link, and obviously, Paroxysm, if you can shut that out in chat, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, no problem.
I've given you the link now. Yeah, so multi-crew sounds a lot of fun, because I really want to see what the view looks like from the other seats. And I think my ultimate goal is to raise enough money to build another gaming machine, so my wife can then play, and I can take her to the moon or to the center of the galaxy or whatever. And it sounds really fun, in my opinion.
That sounds like a good idea. If you can, I've been trying to talk my wife into playing Elite Dangerous with me, and the word no comes up a lot.
That pesky word.
Yeah.
Should be removed from the dictionary, in my opinion. Yeah, I've got my wife to put on the Oculus Rift and go, wow, but that's about it. She hasn't got a good enough computer anyway, so it's not even a question of her getting her to play. But I think I could definitely get her to come on some trips with me if I could get a second computer and a second Oculus Rift and sit her in the hot seat. She'd be downstairs on the ASP, but maybe I've got the I don't know, the Python has a good seat. She'd be right next to me. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah. Relationship goals.
Exactly. I mean, how many generations of gamers could say they flew their wife to the moon?
Not many. Not many at all. I mean, if only we could land there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Soon, TM.
Yeah. That's Elite Dangerous summed up in one noise. Yeah.
It's not as bad. It's not as bad as another game that shall not be named.
That being said, I have to go now. I will be back later, I hope. But I do want to say, just end on a high note. Elite Dangerous is my favorite game of all time. I'm not just an explorer, although I love exploring. It's my main profession, but I love the game. It's my dream game, and I don't know what else I want to say. But Frontier, keep up the good job, and yeah, thanks for having me on your stream. I will be back soon. But for the people who won't be there then, thanks for watching, and thanks Commander Plater and Proxim. Been a pleasure.
Brilliant stuff. Hopefully we'll speak to you later on.
Yep, and good luck in your race. I won't say who I'm betting on, but yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Okay, so for everyone who has just joined us, just a small reminder, we are having a competition where myself and Paroxysm are attempting to basically make the most amount of money via exploration as possible before the end of the stream. It's going to be an interesting one actually for the journey back. I didn't think about that. Didn't think about that.
Yeah,
but if you
I've
want
got
to
that planned already. We're good.
Okay. So basically what we need to do is guess the amount of exploration data that I am racking up. So just me, not Proxim, because you can't see what's going on his screen. He's obviously mainly just flying around in circles, I imagine. So check the galaxy map to see how far out you are.
I'm actually at I'm headed towards NGC 7822 right now.
Yeah, so it looks like we're reasonably the same distance out. There you go. But yeah, so the whole aim of the game for this one is we're giving away up to 5 distant world expedition patches, the ones that you kind of sew onto your jacket or onto your bag, whatever. And you need to leave a comment on the video saying the total amount of exploration data you think I will make from this session. That's the name. Top 5 closest people will win a badge. When we get to that point, we'll announce the winners and we'll tell you how to collect your prize. Well, we'll send it to you, but there we go. But yeah, Proxim, have you bumped into anything interesting yet?
A couple of really white and blue stars. That's really about it. And a couple of water worlds, but I haven't bothered to scan them yet.
Yes, I haven't even bothered. I've just been honking and going, and that's literally it.
I actually pay attention to the system map. You never know. I actually found an untagged Earth like about 500 light years away from Shinrarta Desra the other day.
Yeah, I need to start paying attention to the map. Now I've got, what are people saying? Someone said 3 million. Someone said 5 million. Someone said 0. I will die. Wow.
Much faith you have, sir.
Yeah, that's Razor. Thank you for that. As we've said, if you guys want to come and give us a hand, we're in open. You can find us. Come and say hello. But
yeah, and feel free to add me in game if you want to hunt me down. I know a lot of you probably don't have me on your friends list, so feel free to try.
Oh wait, hang on. I can call out to all the viewers. Everyone, can you please go and hunt down Paroxysm? God, I should have thought of that one earlier, really, especially when we were just leaving. I've got heat issues. But yeah, so obviously, guys, it was absolutely fantastic to have Dr. Kaii on. Hopefully, he's going to be joining us a little bit later on today as well, popping back in. But I'm going to throw something else out there. Is obviously Paroxysmal and I are going to be having a bit of a chat about some stuff, but multi-crew. Proxim, your opinions?
Just from what I've seen, I'm gonna love it. It looks, it looks like it's gonna be fun, especially from my point of view, where I'm helping head up the GBC, the Galactic Broadcasting Corporation. I don't know if you guys have seen that thread on Reddit, but for us, that is going to be one heck of a boon. So, yeah. Not just combat. I'm thinking this is going to be great.
Yeah, see, I'm definitely interested in it. I think it's be quite cool that the whole idea of being able to launch essentially a wing of fighters is going to be amazing, especially for someone who flies a Corvette normally. That's going to be pretty nice.
Oh God, yes.
And the extra pips, that's going to be pretty handy.
Oh, definitely. That's one of the things that I really want. We have, what is it? I think 8 pips in total, something like that. I mean, 2 of them obviously controlled by your multi-crew crewmates, but I mean, you're still going to have 8 pips versus 6 that we have now. There'll be all kinds of crazy that can be done with this.
Yeah, 100%. That's going to be pretty awesome in my mind. I am definitely looking forward to seeing what shields can do whilst being a ridiculous beast of a machine firing at people. 4 pips, all in systems. It's going to be good. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yep.
Oh, Commander Invisible just asked, who is Dr. Kaii? He is the famous, I say famous, basically he's responsible for arranging the Distant World expeditions. God, that's a difficult word. And he's arranged those huge expeditions where everyone's all heading out to one particular place. Most recently it was the M67 region of space, where it's a one-way trip, which is pretty cool. And he was kind of talking us through how he did that. And, well, he pretty much said he was winging it, didn't he? I felt like that was the...
Yeah, more or less. I mean, when he was explaining how Distant Worlds got set up, it was... He said it was very bad and poorly executed, at least in the beginning. They weren't even using Discord or anything to help them plan it out. It was kind of a toss-together deal that coalesced into something more coherent as time went on. And Sober Sponge asks, is there going to be NPC multi-crew? Beyond what we currently have right now, no, I don't think so. Then again, maybe. I highly doubt it, but you never know.
Now, someone did actually earlier ask me how far I'm going to be heading out in this exploration challenge. We didn't really take that into consideration, did we?
Not particularly. I'm just going as far as I can, you know, say within an hour, and then I'm going to turn around and start headed back. That's what I'm going to do anyway.
I feel like 45 minutes of heading out and then 45 minutes of heading... No, wait, because I got out late, didn't I? And if I find out, by the way, that you're in an exploration anaconda, there's going to be trouble. When we get back to Jameson...
I'm in an asp. I'm in an armed asp, but I'm in an asp.
So, looks like Proxim is spoiling for a fight, guys, so go get him. I just know I'm never going to make it back home.
You never know. As a matter of fact, here, you know what? I'll even send you a wing invite. That way people can see the system I'm in, at least part of it.
Oh, what do I think about griefers? Well, Sir Beetlejuice. Well, I think by the fact that they're griefers is not a positive word in the first place. We are looking at doing a ZEN CAST pretty much dedicated to PvP, griefing, crime and punishment, and all that kind of stuff at a later date. But certainly, I think if you play in open, that's kind of what to expect, I guess. It's the nature of the game. It's a cutthroat galaxy. But yeah, Proxim, what's your opinion?
As far as griefers?
Yeah.
I think that some of it is misunderstood, but there are genuine buttheads out there that just revel in, you know, doing nothing but causing an issue. I think a lot of it just goes... A lot of it, I think, in my opinion, is just a huge blending of different play styles that was never really intended from a design point of view on Frontier's end. And so we're getting a mixture of players that were never intended to be in the same spot. So you have, you know, your PvP focused people, your exploration focused people, you know, and just regular combat, but not, you know, hyper focused, you know, PvP style things. And you're finding all of them in one area in a game that wasn't originally designed for it. And I think that's where a lot of the issue is coming from. That, and casual players are the ones that really have the most problem with it, and understandably so, because they just do not have the time to invest in getting their ships set up for hardcore PvP or anything like that. So you end up with a complicated situation where no one particular group is right, but they're each right in their own way. And it's a difficult thing for Frontier to iron out correctly without inherently changing the way the game works.
They certainly do have their work cut out for them. I think that's pretty safe to say. I honestly, it's not a task that I would want to have to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. Then Brathis, does everyone agree on what griefing is? Well, that's a tough one, because griefing to me is when, like someone would have to purposely hunt you out and single you out over and over and over again before I personally class that as griefing. Because if you're in a trade ship and, you drop into a system and, someone just yanks you out of Super Cruise and blows you up, do I consider that griefing? Me personally, no. I consider that to be emergent gameplay.
Now, I spoke about PvP versus griefing on a video a while back, and there were lots of kind of interesting points brought forward. And one person said that all griefing is PvP, but not all PvP is griefing, which I think is quite accurate. But at the same time, someone spoiling your game by enjoying theirs doesn't necessarily automatically make something griefing. I wish there was a simple answer.
Yeah, Brennitz, that's kind of the right idea. You're along the same lines with that statement as to what I'm thinking. You're gonna have 1,000 people walking down the street, and one person gets mugged. And do we classify that as quote unquote griefing? Well, no. In real life, we do classify that as a crime, but it's a random thing. It's not. It's not griefing in the traditional sense of the word.
Oh, now, Eisentig, I probably butchered that name, says there is a simple answer, and if it's join Mobius or play in solo, I don't want to hear it.
Smart bomb. What?
Yeah, I'm going to need some explaining on that one, definitely. Now, Invisible, I'm just going to say I don't agree with the save system particularly. Smart bomb kills you and your assailant. Oh, okay, self-destruct, kind of a full-on nuclear option.
That could be fun.
Yeah, I mean, considering the amount of hydrogen fuel we're all carrying, that would make sense.
Yeah. A liquid hydrogen bomb. I'm down with that. Oh, Brathis, yeah, most definitely. That's, people will misuse the term, thinking that it means something that it doesn't. And I think that's where a lot of the misunderstanding comes from. I mean, I personally know some of the people that, are oftentimes called griefers, and they're generally anything but. And that's where I think a lot of this misunderstanding is coming from, is, a misuse of a term. His definition means something entirely different than how it's being used.
Now, Coldser made quite a good point, is the problem with lots of the solutions is it creates a lot of artificial limits that makes the game worse. And he said he would rather people limited, but rather, well, not have people limited, but rather punished. Crime and punishment.
Precisely, which, believe it or not, is something that's being worked on. No ETA on a lot of it, but they are working on that. I can tell you guys that much.
And yeah, so we also found out some information, didn't we, a couple of weeks back, regarding a few things. and I can't remember, are we allowed to talk about it or not?
It depends on which part you're talking about, because there's a lot.
I'm gonna send you one word in Discord just to make it super clear. I would say, just to be on the safe side, because obviously, guys, we don't want to get other people in trouble. And I'm like, I can't remember whether we spoke about it in online or not.
That one's been talked about publicly a little bit, but not really by Frontier, mostly through people that know them and have kind of talked about it a little bit. So I would just say let's steer clear of that one for a while until they decide to open up about it a little bit more freely.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, that was a wonderful little coded conversation that you were privy to. So yeah, that's interesting stuff, though. There is some interesting stuff coming, and everything that Frontier talks about isn't always talking about combat or exploration or multi-crew. There's a lot of other, I guess, quality of life changes to be made in-game, which is certainly something to look forward to.
Oh, I just about hit that star. That would not have been good.
God, at times like this, I wish I could just switch to your computer to see what's going on there. That'd be pretty entertaining.
Oh. That'd be cheating.
Well, I know. Would it? Would it? Also, when are we turning around and coming back? When are we doing this?
I'm gonna start heading back in about 15-ish minutes, give or take.
Okay. I suppose it's, yeah, that we should get us back in plenty of time. Now, right, time to see if I can... How far out have I managed to make it? Let me see if I can find some decent things to scan. Oh, man, nothing. I'm like in the middle of nowhere with nothing. How far out have you made it? Nah.
Don't know. I haven't really bothered to look, to be honest. Give me a second to honk this system, and I'll tell you about how far away I am.
I'm gonna throw something out to the guys in chat. Obviously, you can see my screen and what I'm up to, and Paroxysm. Don't give them ideas. But which direction should I be going now in order to maximise? I've got about 15 minutes, we say, to, I guess, before I can turn around and come back. What are we thinking? Where am I going? And I could do with some inspiration and some tips.
Okay, I've made it 914 light years away from Founders.
How far?
914.
Oh. I have not. Pretty sure I haven't. Someone says go towards the core, towards Beetlejuice. So Beetlejuice, I'm not surprised that you said that. Coda says start at Steve. So don't go back the way you came. Head up or down or left from Innocent. Man, I get a lot of different things here.
No, see, Beetlejuice just wants you to go there so he can shoot you. That's what that is. I will give you a bounty, sir, if you do that.
Well, that's I'm rather concerned about the whole making it back to Jameson Memorial. But yeah, I'm actually super concerned about that now. That kind of, it's going to cause some problems with the competition if I get destroyed.
Oh.
Now, Cola 2 has said, "Trust me, I'm elite in exploration." Now, just whilst we're there, I am Pioneer, so it's not like I'm a total noob. Well, I kind of am. I just have no idea what I'm doing. Take a stop at M67 as well. Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Let's see, Commander Snake has asked me what my favorite PvP loadout is, and to be completely honest, I'm still trying to figure that out. I was running some rapid-fire phasing pulse lasers combined with 2 seeker banks not that long ago. I am trying to find a different loadout because Yeah, like it works. It's just not as effective as I would like it to be. So get back to me on that one here in a couple weeks. I've got a couple of ideas, and I'm probably going to try and make some videos out of those. So keep an eye on my channel, and here in probably 2-3 weeks from now, and you'll get my thoughts on that one.
Oh, and also, if anyone wants to see us have a fight as well, let us know, because that'd be pretty interesting. We've had a couple done so far under gentlemen's fighting, very much just to shields down, and I'm proud to say that I won, but I'm pretty sure a lot of that was down to luck.
That and 4,000 megajoules worth of shields isn't the easiest thing to take down.
Yeah, it's not. Oh wow, I've been here before. It's interesting.
And Kolza, you would actually be surprised. My FDL currently doesn't even have any engineered weapons on it, so I wouldn't say that'd be much of a fair fight.
Welcome to anyone who has joined the stream again, because I think we've had a few people who have joined us. Just so you know what's going on, we are currently having a exploration challenge where it's kind of a race out and back to try and get as much exploration data as possible, and we will be doing a reveal, I guess, next time round on the ZenCast to say who's won. Certainly for us, there's not much up there on it as a prize instead of bragging rights, I guess. But what we are giving away for you guys is if you leave a comment on the video once it is up and live, so that's once it's archived, leave a comment there saying how much exploration data you think I, Commander Plater, has gathered and got back to Jameson Memorial, because that's where we're heading back to. Then the people who are the 5 closest will win a Distant Worlds Expedition patch donated to us by Dr. Kaii. And once we announce the winners, basically we'll ask you to contact us or contact me, and I will get your patch sent out to you.
Alright.
Innocent, you sent me a private message on here. You will need to leave a comment on the video when it goes up. So once the stream has started archiving, leave it on there at that point. Keep it fair, everyone entering in the same way. Dr. Gibby, I'm just going in a direction. I'm going to somewhere that is, I think, about 1,000 light years out. And then I'm going to turn around and come back, I think.
Cold's a gimbaled confusing cannon. What is... you talking about, like, Dazzle Shell or something like that?
Or is it the impact? Because I find the impact shells confusing as hell.
Yeah, me personally, I don't know, like you're talking like the force shell thing. Those aren't so bad. Only if I'm in like a really small ship that gets pushed around by those things. Like if I bring out the brick winder, for instance, you know, force shell does nasty things to that thing. That's assuming you can hit it, though.
Well, you know, it's small, but it packs a lot of punch.
Well, it's only a sidewinder, though. Matter of fact, I don't think you've actually fought the brick winder before.
I haven't, and I am quite looking forward to be honest. I think it should be a good.
Actually, yeah, we could actually finish the stream on that if I get back fast enough. It'd take 20 minutes or so to get it back here.
The one that confuses your gimbals like Chaff does. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, okay. And Innocent Gamer, you would think so, but my Sidewinder isn't called the Brick for nothing. I'll tell you this way, it doesn't win fights, but it sure drags them out for a real long time. This
So
is a good size system.
dispersal.
Oh,
field.
and it's untagged.
Oh, come on.
Ah, ha, ha.
I'm assuming we'll. Oh, this is going to be a real pain. I'm not going to. I feel like I'm not going to win the challenge.
This system is untagged. The whole thing. Yes. Da 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 da. And this is why I need to finish my soundboard.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can be trusted with that. I said it
Why
before.
not?
I 100% feel like it's going to be you constantly interrupting me.
No.
Like I'll be in the middle of saying something really deep and profound, and then suddenly I get something like, I don't know, a fart sound or something like that.
Nah, nothing that bad. Nothing that bad.
Right, so
It will be humorous.
I was gonna say, so at 9 o'clock, are we turning about face and coming back? Is that going to be the time we turn around?
Yeah, roughly. That's kind of what I was thinking here in, just about 5 or so minutes.
Cool. I honestly don't feel like either of us are going to make it back into Jameson Memorial.
You never know. I can be kind of sneaky.
Okay, I'm not going to be making it back into Jameson Memorial. Now, I'm not sure if I've been to this system before. Oh, great! I've come to a system I've been somewhere before. Oh, great! I think that is classic me.
Kolja, that has no written all over it.
Yeah, I can't explain how much I'm not going to be doing that. Okay, so yeah, I'm 877 light years out. Oh, that's totally the wrong place. That's a good start.
Oh, yeah, this whole system is untagged. Are you... Where are you right now, anyway?
I'm around.
Okay. Yeah. Ringed gas giant, 3 moons orbiting a ringed brown dwarf. That actually sounds interesting. And a lot of rings. I'm not sure what that means, but that seems interesting.
No, I absolutely love when you come across a ringed star or something like that, like a T-Tauri and it's ringed. It's just like, what? How does that happen?
I don't know. Actually, you know, ringed neutron stars is one that I've been trying to figure out. How does that even happen?
Does that even happen?
Yeah, I've seen a screenshot. Somewhere or another I've got... I saved that screenshot and the location of that system. And I'm going to go check it out one of these days. It's a long ways away from the bubble, though.
Now, so Beetlejuice, you were asking me how old I am. It's not particularly that much of a personal question. I'm not going to tell my exact birthday, because that would be weird. But I am 32, almost 33. I don't know why you want to know that, but I'm apparently the typical age of my viewer as well, which kind of works out to be that way.
Yeah, mine's about the same, actually. I'm 29, and most of my viewers seem to be between the ages of, say, 26 and 40.
I mean, a lot of I think they typically talk about Elite Dangerous being what's known as a dad game, because a lot of these older chaps, older than us, know of the original Elite series, and I'd never actually heard of Elite Dangerous until I saw a trailer for it, and I was like, I need this game in my life, but I need a new graphics card first. Coldzer, what was my childhood pet's name? I feel like the next question is what would be the third and fourth letter of your normal security word? Like, nice try.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, Brathis, that's another one I've been trying to figure out too. I have seen some Earth-likes around neutrons, screenshots of that happening. And I do not understand how that's even possible, as the formation of a neutron star should kill anything that's in that system, as far as, like planets being, habitable and stuff like that. At least I would think.
Yeah, and also guys trying to hack my online banking and stuff. You're wasting your time, and unless you're going to put money in there, I wouldn't bother. Oh, hello Josh, welcome to the stream. Good to see you.
Hey Josh, how's it going? Oh, I think I have enough time to tag one more planet in this system, and then I'm going to start heading back.
Wait. I just had a quick look at this system, and I'm like, there's some stuff in here that is well and truly worth. All right, Waterworld, yes, and it's close as well. I feel like I'm going to get all the help I can possibly get at this point.
Yeah, you may not be as far behind as you think. I did a lot of jump and honk, jonking, as people call it.
Do they call it that? Or is that what you call it?
Yeah, well, I call it the honk and skonk, but other people just call it jonking.
Jonking, wow.
Yeah, it actually has its own name now.
Okay. So good news is I got a scan in a Waterworld. Yeah. Oh, as usual, I need to remind everyone, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and subscribe to Paroxysmal Gaming as well. I know, Proxim, if you want to drop your channel link into the chat.
Yeah, sure. Give me just a minute here.
So, Josh, I was going to say, I've been enjoying your series of Resident Evil. It's not remotely creepy at all.
Okay, yep. So I am headed back to the bubble now.
Cool.
Let's see. I am expecting shenanigans on my way back. I will be very disappointed if there is no shenanigans.
Yeah, I feel like if I make it back without at least 1% damage to my hull, I'll be very, very surprised.
See, I haven't managed to hit anything yet, so I'm still at 100.
Yeah, I mean, I've done really well. I haven't overheated once either. Well, a little bit, I guess. Yeah, Josh, I'm going to be honest with you. I watched the one involving the chainsaw, and you know what? I couldn't handle it. I had to stop. I had to stop watching. It was stressing me out far too much.
And then here's me thinking y'all are just a bunch of wusses.
Oh. You know, I wasn't going to bring it up this stream, but I'm going to do it again. Have you watched Aliens yet?
No.
Okay, so anyone who's watching who doesn't know, Paroxysm's got this really bad habit of not watching good films. So he hasn't watched any of the Aliens films?
Yeah, none of them.
Okay. Have you watched Predator?
Nope.
Okay. I'm trying to think what other films you probably haven't watched. I feel like I could name loads of things. Right, I'm guessing you haven't watched Rocky.
Yes, I have actually.
Oh.
I've watched all of those.
Oh, you've actually watched all of them. Okay.
Yeah, you can thank my dad for that one. We make lots of Adrian jokes. Cold's Alien versus Predator? No.
Wait, Requiem as well? Because I've watched all of them.
Nope.
I'm that guy. And Predators. Predators was actually pretty bad. I didn't like that. Predator 1 and Predator 2, big fans. Like them.
Un-American? I don't know about that. I'm about as American as it gets.
Even the fact you said American.
America.
No, I was about to hit you with my American accent, but I'm not going to do it because it's super cringeworthy. And I actually have an American wife, and when we first started seeing each other, I used to get her to repeat words to me so that I could copy her accent and learn how to say things.
And I imagine it's still not quite right for you as far as American accent goes.
No way, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I do a pretty good job. And if you guys can guess whereabouts I'm from, that'd be pretty good. Bam.
East Coast, Northeastern.
Northeastern. Okay, Northeast Coast. Interesting.
That's kind of what that sounds like.
Prox, it's America land. Get it right.
No. Putting the land on it makes it sound way too much like Disney. It's not Disney.
America land. Like, no way. But yeah, there's like whenever it comes to doing accents, I always say there's key phrases you gotta do, and they help you drop into the accent and get your character on.
Yeah, I have to agree, Josh. Actually, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Thanks. Yeah, so
okay. Ooh, what is this? I don't know, but I'm gonna scan it because it's nice and close.
no, I'm getting absolute junk everywhere.
Yeah, see, I went the longest time, the first time I went out exploring, I went the longest time without finding any Earth-likes or anything that was worth it at all. And then the trip that I went out towards Colonia and then a ways past, I started finding stuff all over the place. Black holes, some neutrons, a few Earth-likes, and then here just recently, I did one of those closer range passenger missions. And when I was on that, found an undiscovered Earth-like just about 500 light years away from the bubble. It was pretty close.
No, I completely forgot to keep track of any of my first-time discoveries so that I could go and look at them, with the exception of one, which I'm going to I'll share with everyone when I land in the next system. I'm not going to land, not during an exploration challenge, no way. But I will, when I get into the next system and finish the jump, I will show everyone where it is, my Earth-like. So you can all go and visit it and look at it and throw sticks at it.
Yeah, and Josh, Dr. Kaii might be coming back here in a little bit. We're not entirely sure yet. Let's see. Why didn't you bookmark your discoveries, though? Was that not a thing at the time?
No, it wasn't. I had to write everything down until I went back over my... Oh, wow, it's freaking out. So yeah, this is my 1,700 light years. We're probably about 2,000 light years out, and this is my Earth-like, and my system that I discovered. I only scan the Earth-like though because why not? But there it is, guys. Platopia. My wonderful little Earth-like. But right.
Oh, nice, Cola 2. Okay. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it. I hope so. Oh, let's see. Oh, no, middle of the jump. Can't look at the system map yet. Duh.
Okay, this is super weird. We have another Beetlejuice in the chat.
There's 2.
Oh, come on, guys. Seriously? I'm not going to be saying your name 3 times. It's not happening. So, not in a row.
Get a third. Yeah, I was going to say, get a third one, and then we can. There can be only one. You must duel.
Well, Brath is
Not
talking
really,
about
but that
the...
would be funny.
just Brath is talking about the procedurally generated systems, and you get odd patches of just nothing good. That's probably, honestly, how the galaxy is. And until we get out there and we go looking around, it's... I guess we won't actually know. But, you know, we look at a lot of stuff on the Hubble telescope, and we guess what things look like based on the colour that they are, or what it could possibly be. But, yeah, I guess we have to wait and find out until people actually go out exploring. Josh, I'm going to invite you to shamelessly publicise your event. What's the event? Because I might want to come and get involved.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I'm waiting with bated breath. Not really, but I do want to know.
But we are waiting. Yeah. Ah, Sir Beetlejuice is Sir Banana. Right. Okay.
Okay. That's not so bad. That's acceptable.
I know it's still Sir Banana. So. SRV destruction derby with guns.
That sounds like fun. Now the question is: are shields allowed on the SRVs?
Murica standoff with Shibuka and Parox. Wow. I feel like obviously the British need representing there, so I probably will have to put an appearance.
Yeah, might as well.
And I'll be like, pew pew, Britain.
At least you're not French.
Oh, I don't think you can say stuff like that. I'm. Please note, any views displayed by Paroxysm are not representative of Commander Plater. All views are his own, and I welcome a multicultural society and a channel that cultivates diversity and personal growth.
Excellent. Shields will be good. Otherwise, I don't think that would last very long.
Epic Pinecone, welcome to the stream, by the way. Now, I was going to say, Epic Pinecone has been trying to remind me that I'm supposed to pick up some sulfur next time I'm near a planet. Any planet. So that I can do my small caliber munitions synthesis in conflict zones, because I keep forgetting.
Well, you know, when you run out of ammo, that's usually a good time to, go and turn in your bonds. At least that's what I usually do. I use that as a meter.
Yeah, I really should do that.
9.59G Ice World. Good God. That planet must be rather large.
Yeah, Pinecone, I don't have sulfur yet. But if we cannot talk about that right now, that'd be great. Because I'm going to forget, and the next time I'm in a conflict zone or a res site, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot something. So once again, I'm going to remind everyone what we're doing today, because there are probably some people that have just joined us recently. We are currently doing an exploration challenge. Myself and Paroxysmal have headed straight out of Jameson Memorial. Someone got a head start. I probably should have agreed on the rules around that. But anyway, Paroxysmal got a head start and cheated.
Did not.
Yeah, definitely cheated. So...
Did not.
Well, I'm going to go, yeah. So... The idea is that we go out, collect as much exploration data, and come back. Now, there is a chance for you guys to get involved, and that is to, when the video goes live, once it's fully archived on YouTube, I want you to go in there and leave your guess at the amount of exploration data in credits that I am collecting, and then, basically, the top 5 closest will win a Distant Worlds Expedition patch that they can sew onto their bag, their jacket, all that kind of stuff, and we will put out a who's won video and how to collect your winnings. But Innocent, don't worry, I am heading back. I am on my way back already, don't worry.
Frameshift drive charging.
And the puns.
Oh.
The Agent 428, that's a good one. I love that one.
That is. I mean, I like puns, but my dad called. He wants his pun back. How many jumps away from Jameson are you?
Give me a second and I'll tell you. Give or take about 27.
Are you going like longest jumps, or are you doing economical?
You know, I'm on fastest jumps, yeah. Fastest route.
Wow, that head start has made all the difference. Right, I'm going economical.
I only left the station about a minute and a half, 2 minutes before you did.
I felt like it. Oh goodness, this is probably a mistake. Right, 90 jumps. Let's do this. I switched to economical in an attempt to be able to actually.
I can see it on the stream now.
I'm probably gonna have to swear. I feel like it's right. Say 30 seconds per jump, and there's gonna be fuel scooping in there. It's gonna be it's gonna be a nightmare.
8.5 and 7.5 G water worlds. That's crazy. Most of the ones that I see are anywhere between like 0.6 and 2 Gs in there somewhere, most of the time. Cold, that's evil.
But I like it.
I do too, actually.
I feel like NPCs deserve all the hassle you can give them. Everyone knows my favourite particular method of destroying large ships is to use my ship as a kinetic weapon, because it's great.
You do use that thing as a giant battering ram.
Yeah, I do. And the only ship that I don't do that against is the cutter, because it's heavier.
Class vet cannon. Yeah, pretty much. We need a catapult or something that we can launch as vet from. Just use it as a giant bullet.
Actually, what I need is, you know, like how when you launch ship launch fighters, I need that, but for the vet.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good, actually. Okay. Alright, remember guys, there is a bounty. If you can take Plater down before he gets to Shinrarta with his expo data, I will give you as much gold as I can get.
I will give you guys as much pay night as I can get if you take out Paroxysm. Now, also remember, guys, he's not very honest. So, shh. And he will, when he says as much as he can get, he'll only be able to get like 1 ton of gold, whilst I guarantee you at least more than that. What can I say? Because whatever you're going to say, I'm going to offer him more at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag come at me, bro. Oh, I've got one person who says they're going to kill you. Yes.
Yeah, I see that.
Yes. Come on.
See, I'm actually armed. I can fight back.
He's still an ASP explorer, so he won't be fighting back particularly much. And I've flown with Sir Banana, and I know what he's flying.
Cold's yes. Hashtag save the dolphin.
Yeah, see, I keep talking about that. I keep trying to get people to chuck that out in the live streams every single time.
You know, it actually kind of took off on its own there for a couple of weeks, but you know, since it's not been as popular recently, no one's really used it. That's okay though. Yes, Tuesday live stream, hashtag save the dolphin must be a thing.
Right, I've got someone in my wing now, so I've got some, hopefully some protection. Oh, except leaving the wing. Uh-oh. Am I leaving the wing?
Nah,
Should be.
No, you're not. It's the silly wing bug.
Yeah, we had a really bizarre one on the Thursday, on my Thursday casual stream, where we had someone who was in wing chat, but at the same time as being in wing chat, they weren't actually in the wing.
Huh. That is kind of an odd one.
Pinecone talking about me landing on a Farragut battlecruiser. I mean, you got it, haven't you? You got to try something once. Like, can you land on a Farragut cruiser? Can you pretend to be one of its turrets? Yes, you can.
I took my Fer-de-Lance, that's that center section that's all hollowed out. I took my Fer-de-Lance in there and launched it out of the front of that like a fighter.
Yeah, I can tell you for a fact that you can't get a Corvette in there.
No, it's too wide. The Fer-de-Lance barely fits in there. .3, the Dolphins. Yes, I approve.
Oh, I think I've got
How did you get a cutter by the Farragut?
What? Like how? Genuinely how?
Giggity epic Pinecone. Giggity.
Classic. Oh, I made a mistake. I made a massive mistake. I figured I'd be smart and like, oh look, there's a planet that looks like it could be worth scanning. Oh, it's a water world. I just overshot it. That's embarrassing. That's what happens when you read the chat.
I'm reading the chat and doing this at the same time. Come on.
Yeah, but it's on a different screen, all right? It's on a different.
Yeah.
It's on a different device altogether. Leave me alone. Concentrate on trying to win, and not being shot by the rest of the commanders out there who are hopefully, guys, backing me up.
When I get close to Founders, I'm going to go stealth. Run cold.
Oh yeah, Josh knows all about messing up his ship while reading chat. I feel like that's a reasonably common thing for you, Josh, actually. I feel like it's pretty classic that happens.
We need to get like a chat bot or something where every time one of us does something stupid, it can be just like exclamation mark boop. We can keep track of how many times we have screwed ourselves up on stream.
It's like a bing, points given.
Something like that, yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Do. And Troy, we are
Drive charging.
kind of just we're talking about a lot of different things while doing an exploration challenge. The idea was for both of us to leave from Founder's World in stock ASPs and see who can gather the most Explo data. And we're running a little bit of a competition to go with it. Whoever is in chat that can get the closest to guessing how much exploration data Plater is actually going to get, they get a Distant Worlds patch from Dr. Kaii. Oh, the top 5 actually, top 5 people.
Yep.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I'm currently 82 jumps out.
Frame shift drive charging.
How many?
I went to economical jumps, didn't I? Just to give myself a little bit of a boost on systems that I've scanned. Which seems like a smart idea at the time, but looking back on it, maybe not my best move.
Yeah, I'm still about 19 or so.
I think it's time to switch back over to the distance jumps. Fastest route. 16 jumps. Maybe not.
Fuel scooping.
Troy, I hope it's that much, actually. That'd be quite nice. I don't know if it will be. Just so you know, I only managed to get out 877 light years out. So, before turning around and coming back. And also, to enter, you have to make sure you put a comment on the video once it is live. So, not at the moment, not in the live chat, because it's going to be impossible to review it. But once the video has gone live and it's archived, then you go in there and you can put a comment there saying your guess. Think about it, this would be a great time to be hyper-addicted, wouldn't it?
It would, but I doubt that's going to happen.
I don't even know if it's still happening, actually. I don't know if anyone knows it's still happening.
I don't know. I've heard a couple of people say that they've been hyper addicted, somewhat recently, but it seems to be a lot more rare. I think there's only maybe 5 or 6 across an entire day at this point, and that's, best case scenario. It's probably less than that now.
Frame shift drive charging.
But yeah, certainly very, very odd, the whole kind of the rate it's happened, and we've had nothing since as well.
It's a lot quieter. I think they're getting wound up for something. I don't know what. Frontier are doing a very good job of keeping us, from figuring things out too early. At least this time.
Well, yeah. I feel like there's a difference in the gameplay styles between the two different alien races we've encountered.
Fuel scooping.
I kind of want to go and see the new sites, the ones that are clustered closer together. Kind of want to go see those, see if there's anything interesting or new about those that's not the same as the other ones that we've seen.
Frame shift drive charging.
Yeah. Does anyone who's in the chat know if they're different sites or not? It'd be quite nice if someone could answer that question for us. Josh, if you're still there, still watching, if you fancy finding out for us, because I feel like you're the man to know.
Probably. I mean, I honestly have no idea.
Because it was
Troy, the alien ruin sites, the Guardians. There's I think 8 sites that have been found now, something like that. It's quite a few. Excellent, Josh. I appreciate that.
Fuel scoop.
Now, obviously, there'll be some people out there who don't know who Josh Hawkins is. Obviously, he is another Elite Dangerous YouTuber. He also does some other sci-fi games and has been doing a hilarious, and I mean hilarious, series of playing Resident Evil 7, where you've never seen a man nervously talk like that ever. But yeah, he if you guys haven't already, go check his channel out and stuff. He does a regular broadcast on Sundays with a few other guys. Always worth watch, quite entertaining. And once again, remember guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and Paroxysm's channel, make sure you do.
Okay, let's see. Also, let's see, where did I put it?
Fuel scoping.
You know what? There we go. Also, if you guys haven't seen the announcement about the GBC, the Galactic Broadcasting Corporation, it's a 24-hour rolling news network. It goes live on the 3rd of April. I actually have a Reddit post about that I can share with you guys.
Drive charging.
I will put that link out here in chat in just a minute. If you guys haven't seen it yet, take a look. Let me know what you guys think.
Now, I've actually just had a message from Dr. Kaii. He's dropping back into the stream, so he's been able to join us, which is quite nice. So he'll be joining us in a minute or two, so he'll be jumping on.
Excellent. All right.
Fuel scoping.
Coldsit, yes, it will. Most of the stuff that will be covered is stories and events and things submitted by different player groups. I think we're up to 35-ish, 36 different player groups that are going to be submitting stories and news and stuff like that. And we'll also be covering like in-game events, say like if the Thargoid high predictions had happened, in April instead of a couple of weeks ago, we'd be covering it there, etc., etc.
Oh, so it's just some news from Josh there, guys. If you didn't see it there, to do with the different sites. There are still only 2 different types of alien ruins, which is still a bit of a shame in my mind. I would like to see a little bit more variety, because variety after all is always good in a computer game.
Speaking of variety, you have another person to speak on this stream.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What an intro, eh? How are you guys?
Good. We're currently heading back after the journey out.
Who's winning?
No clue. Paroxysm definitely made it further out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, roughly 150 light years further out, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'll have more data.
Can I plug that Galactic Travel Agency thing again quickly? Because I think it's quite apt.
Absolutely, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm not a professor, Cola D, but I'm working on it. I'm not even a doctor, actually, so don't come to me for medical advice. I'm more like Dr. Dre, he's not a doctor either. So what was I going to say? So, yeah, I didn't really plug it well enough because I was in a rush, but I think it's a fantastic thing, and I fully support it, and I kind of wish I'd done it myself, but Coda 2 is leading it, and he's very adept at what he does. Basically, for anyone, literally anyone, even a newbie who's in this Stars of Sidewinder, if he wants to go out and see something amazing, and he doesn't want to go through all the effort of gathering funds and credits and engineering and blah blah blah. Thanks to multi-crew, you will be able to hop onto people's ships, and there's actually an entire service dedicated to it. It's a travel agency, so you pick your location, you get assigned someone to join up with, basically. They organize that for you. And I think I gave you the link last time. Let me just scroll down. Don't know if you put it in the description yet. I don't know if you can edit the description midstream, but there will be a link, I suppose. Am I right?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, so there's not going to be a link, but
Well, it could be.
you can send me a private message Discord on the forums, or you can just type in Elite Galactic Travel Agency Frontier Forums and it will come up. Basically, there's a Discord link where you request access to go onto the Discord, join it up, and yeah, they will set you up with, when multi-crew comes out, of course, someone who's already out there near a nice location that you've already picked, and yeah, it sounds really good in my opinion. What do you think?
Definitely sounds like a great idea to me. It's a little bit better than that, having random people drop into your ship whilst you're exploring, and to be like, "Oh, cool, where are we?" It's like, well, you know,
Who are you?
what are we doing? Someone suddenly just appears in the seat next to you. It's like, what?
Yeah, and you're trying to have a nap as well, but whatever. I'm sure it's going to work out very well.
Should be good.
Coldza, the answer to that is yes. I already know that the roles are hot swappable between commanders. They did say something about that already. So if there's empty seats, they should be able to hop in between roles at will.
Yeah, except you won't be able to take helm, which is what a big grievance is being created about.
Yeah, didn't someone put a poll up about that to see if we could change their mind? Did Frontier ever respond to that? I haven't looked yet.
Good question. Yes, it might still get changed because we are kicking up a fuss. But if anyone could contribute to that fuss, feel free, go and make a thread. Go and send, well, I wouldn't say it suggests private messaging Frontier themselves because I get angry at me for saying that, but definitely make a fuss. Wherever the fuss is being generated, go and contribute to it.
So, as we've said before, Frontier do listen to people. They listen to what's being put out there on forums and also on actually YouTube as well. They pay attention to what we do as content creators, which is pretty impressive. You know, as a company, the fact they take such an avid interest into everything is fantastic.
Absolutely, yeah. Obsidian Ant, I remember when Engineers came out, everyone was complaining about how slow it was, and Obsidian Ant made a video saying he didn't like it, and he made some suggestions, and they took one of his suggestions, which was to triple the drops. So every time you pick up a drop, you get 3 instead of 1, and that's all thanks, I guess, to him. So yeah, Frontier are an amazing company in that sense. They really do listen. Problem is, the idea generation is at a frequency that no one can keep track of, and there's so many bloody good ideas because it's such a bloody good platform of a game. So they really go for who's making the most noise and which ideas have the least counter noise. So yeah, that's why I suggest going and making a fuss. Like exploration, I remember once. Sorry if I'm just taking over here.
No, go for it.
I'm on a riverie right now, but I remember long time ago, about a year ago, we were pushing, like, just in a dev chat thread, one of the dev update things. We just kept mentioning, is there going to be any improvements to exploration? Michael Brooks actually said, no, we're happy with the way the galaxy is and the way exploration is. And so, yeah, we kicked more of a fuss. I think I was a big contributor to that. I riled up the community a bit, the exploration community. There is a community in the forum. We have our own subthread, in case you don't know. And we started making noise. And since then, there have been so many of our ideas and our requests slowly added to the game. We never had a patch dedicated to us, but we've had lots of things like galaxy map filtering for routes, bookmarking system, yeah, different things added to exploration. It's been really, really good.
Now, just quickly, everyone who is currently watching, just have a quick look to see where Paroxysm is. That is, if you guys want to converge just around Jameson Memorial, so that when he gets there, we can take him out.
I see how it is.
Yeah, it's 100% how it is. We've got around about 20 minutes left of the stream, and we've got there can only be one winner. And I feel like it really should be me. So it's a call to arms. Wow, and I can actually make it back without scooping at all now. So
I can fight back. I came with weapons
yeah,
and shields. I have shields.
Still in an Asp Explorer.
Good luck with that. If I come in my heavily engineered Corvette, I think we can last the amount of time it takes to drop from Super Cruise and move about 1 kilometer towards the station, to be honest.
I was thinking that I could probably make it back before him, get in, docked, get in my Corvette, come back out, and just wait.
Oh, that's not very nice.
You mean it's a great idea?
No.
Great
I mean the
ideas
exact
don't have to be
opposite
nice.
of that. You're supposed to be on my side, dang it.
Actually, there was one thing that we were actually going to speak about on the whole exploration thing that we didn't actually get round to, or didn't get round to mentioning earlier on, which was community-driven ideas around exploration. And there was one particular idea that we wanted to share with everyone, that I don't know if everyone's seen already. I know that a couple of other YouTubers have covered it and spoken about it. But let me just get this jump out of the way, because obviously I have to come out and go for that. So we're talking about the gonna say the word orrery. Someone help me. This
Orrery.
Yeah.
Something like that. I know a lot of R's.
Yeah, a lot of R's and O's. But yeah, so we're talking about this particular setup here. Uh-oh. Oh no, guys! I have made a massive mistake. So apparently I didn't throttle back before coming out of the game. So maybe just happened to clash with a start. But yeah, hopefully you guys can see all that there. This is kind of obviously the system map at the moment is pretty, I guess, limited.
Hello?
Yeah, still here.
Sudden silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit bizarre. But yeah, this type of map that we've got on screen now, this is something that I would consider to be much needed in Elite Dangerous. A little bit more of an interactive map where you can see places moving around and all that kind of stuff. Definitely a lot more, I guess, interesting, I would say. What's your opinion on it, guys?
You broke up there.
Oh, just saying, what's your guys' opinion on it, on that type of map?
I personally love that map. I am just looking at that and I'm like, I don't know. I really like it. There's a lot more detail in that, I feel, than there is, in what we have right now. I mean, obviously there's some things that could use, a little bit further fleshing out and that kind of thing, but it looks great.
It's absolutely beautiful, and I've got no opposition to it. I can just imagine, though, post this on Reddit, this is what will happen. What do you guys think of this amazing map? What should we do it? You expect everyone to say, yeah, that's amazing. Nope, the very first comment that will get 67,000 upvotes will be, well, no, because they still need to fix the things like, it still doesn't give you the right angle, and it doesn't say that the atmospheric pressure is always wrong, and, it's really slow to load up, and once they fix that first, then they can worry about stuff like this, so shut up, and you get downvoted to oblivion, so. But thankfully we don't have that here, and I think it's absolutely stunning, and I'm all for that. I wouldn't mind if that's the next thing they do, and it means other things getting delayed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would be totally okay with it, because it's gonna throw the I word immersion. Yeah, gonna throw the word immersion around, which stuff like that should really be in there. We're talking it's over 1,000 years time. Why wouldn't we have stuff like that? We've got orbit lines when you're in Super Cruise. if you like them. I personally don't. But you know, they're really, we all have all of those things.
Yeah. Improvements to the orbital lines actually could be to have some kind of indication which side's the closer side to you.
Also, some breaking news actually. We appear to have. There's been a new
Whoa.
alien ruins discovered.
I'm
Someone-
looking at that.
Whoa.
I'm looking at that now. That is, oh my gosh, that is awesome. Where is that? I need to get there.
Yep.
Dude.
Yep. Why is it, oh my goodness.
Looks very nice and beige to me.
That's kind of classic. It bothers me that no one's put in saying where it is. That's always disappointing in my mind. If you're going to upload something and you're going to say it. At least say which system.
Yeah. So there's what? Is it 3 variants now, or is it 4?
That does make 3, doesn't it? Coldza, that was awful. That was that was again.
All the puns.
I've got the exploration request list in front of me. Shall I read out some of the cool ideas that people have had?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
All right, I've broken it up into 3 The problem is I have to hold control to push to talk, which means I can't scroll on the web page. So let me just change my push to talk button. 1 second.
Josh, I appreciate that. I really want to go give that a look here in just a little bit.
Okay, that works a bit better. I still can't scroll, but at least I'm not zooming in. It's using control. Has he come up with a system name yet?
Yep.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, he
has.
just did.
Awesome. How far away is that? I'm not in game, so I can't check.
I'm mid jump at the moment, so I'll find out here in about 40 seconds or so.
I can have a quick look
Issued a correction.
as I am on stream.
Oh, speaking of looking, in case I've basically there's another tool I've written which I forgot to mention. It's called ED Chat Logs Browser. It hasn't done as well because I don't think I PR'd it well enough. But basically, it mirrors the chat in game into an external app, which you can copy and paste from and stuff like that. It's also live. It's got the text live. So for example, if someone pastes you like a system name, you don't have to memorize it. You can just go out to the app and copy it and paste it into the Galaxy map. So look out for ED Chat Logs Browser by Dr. Kaii.
And if everyone can just not pay attention to my really horrendous type in there, that'd be good.
You spelt it wrong.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's an E before the F.
And no. B44 hyphen.
I'm gonna say this is just this is good timing to do an exploration themed stream.
Yeah, no, it always works out.
Yeah.
Right. Is this the system? This one here? Yeah, it looks like it could be actually. It seems to be in about the right place.
Is this the last one? Because they said there'd be 5, and I think it's the 5th one. Or am I making that up?
No, they found all 5 of those, but then they gave us a Galnet article that had 3 more systems that said that there's clusters of sites in each one. So people have been finding 2 and I think like 3 in one system or something like that.
Wow. Do you know what I'd love? If they really did procedurally generate this sort of stuff, so you could find it anywhere. Like maybe we could have found one in the M67 cluster. We had like 200 commanders at any one time scouring planets for cool stuff. We didn't find any.
That's kind of disappointing, but I imagine that at least you guys were in an area of space that no one else had ever been to before. So there's a sense of wonder there to begin with that, I don't know. I just think that alone would be worth it.
Oh, it was worth it, trust me. We had a great time.
It's a real shared achievement.
It was fantastic. It was I view it, and not like Distant Mars. Distant Mars was like an epic voyage. This was more like a holiday. You know, you go on a holiday, or as you may say in the other side of the Atlantic, a vacation. You go like stay in a hotel. You have 2 weeks, make a whole bunch of friends, loads of memories. Exactly like that. It's going to be 2 weeks we look back on. Just up there by ourselves, exploring, nothing to worry about but hanging out, having a good time, looking for cool stuff. Even though we didn't find anything, we found some like fumaroles and stuff, and we found some really epic places to hang out. Got some videos of that, and then we had a really nice mass explosion, death plunge at the end, which I think is now up to like 7,000 views. It's one of my better videos lately.
No, it was emotional. It was like I was sitting there, I was watching. It's like wow, right in the fields.
Yeah, it was emotional. It was very emotional. When we were at the entry point, just about to do the last jump, which is the point of no return, I gave like a little speech, and people were saying like, "Oh, I was crying when I was watching that." I was like, "Shut up." But okay, mission effing accomplished. That's what I said.
Okay. So,
All right.
commanders, remember, please converge on Jameson Memorial now. I am currently coming into the system, so Paroxysm should not enter it in order for me to win.
Hashtag I'll give you more bounty money than he will.
Hashtag he's lying. I give more money.
I remember when the hashtag was called a pound sign. I'm that old.
See now,
That was a long time ago. It's kind of turned into its own thing.
thanks, Josh. We'll see you later. We'll probably drop in on yours tomorrow. But
Yep.
yeah, Innocence just asked me that if he gets you, does he get a third lance pack? I was like, it's not within my power.
Within your funds.
Cold. I don't even know what to say to that.
I have. Well, we know that there's one, and he's... Well, you overshot there. We've got one who is the most powerful man in the entire galaxy in terms of funds, so we're doing all right, I guess.
I do find it odd that Scottish accents have made it all the way to all these random places.
I like the Manchester accent. It sounds like Daphne from Frasier. I don't know if you ever watched that, but that's brilliant. I live in Manchester, so I feel well at home in the 33rd century. 34th.
Yeah, so yeah, we're in the 34th in this, aren't we?
To be fair, actually, you know what? Doing this from Jameson Memorial is probably a smart move because it actually eliminate English, do you speak it? Limits the number of people that can interfere. But I am seeing.
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah,
of people.
Innocent just told me that if I can get into Jameson, that I'll be safe because he can't get in there.
And I am currently. I'm docking.
Do you think that in the year 3303, this game will still be going, like the real years, and then we'll be like, oh, this didn't really happen, just like Space Odyssey and Star Trek. Well, Star Trek wouldn't reach that yet, but
All right,
Back to
you
the
you
Future.
never know. You never know.
It's an interesting thought. That's that could be. Oh, I don't know. And we'll never know.
I've got a message to all the people that think humans are horrible and nature should win and humans should die out. Like in the future, humans are hopefully going to colonize the stars, but the Earth is definitely going to blow up at some point. So we want humans to be successful if we want to protect the whales and stuff, because in theory we could take them with us to stars that have a bit of longer life. That's my opinion. So I want humans to succeed.
Well, I'm just gonna throw this out there. You know, whales, water worlds. Come on.
Yeah, man.
It's
But
like
they
it's
need
meant to
fish.
happen.
Yeah, we need to create ecosystems. I can see you've docked now on the stream.
Yep,
Let's see.
I have. I've docked. Obviously, I'm not going to be looking in my Universal Cartographics tab. because that
I think
would
it's
give it
Yeah,
away.
I think
5 jumps.
time for people to start guessing who's won and what they think they've earned, and then we can decide who's going to win the Distant Worlds patch. Even though you didn't go on Distant Worlds, you can help us remember it forever.
I was going to say we are going to be probably holding off on that so that we can do some proof. And I think what I'll do is I will do an announcement video saying who has won. We're basically trying to get people to make sure they leave their comments actually in the video once it's gone live. So once it's archived the stream, because that way it's a little bit easier to keep track of than in the live chat. But yeah, once again, guys, remember you're trying to guess the number of credits that I will have made from exploration, how much exploration data I have gained.
Okay, so don't listen to what I just said. That was completely wrong.
Yeah, so hopefully listen to what I've been saying throughout the whole stream, just to be on the safe side. I say I'll probably update anyone who watches it kind of retrospectively. I will update the information on there as well, just letting you guys know. Right, Proxim, where are you? How far out are you?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Okay, I'll just look on the map then.
I'm going to make you work for it.
Is that... No? Is that... Wait, where are you?
Hiding.
Did you, like, unfriend me intentionally for this, so that I can't track you down?
Nope, I'm still on your friends.
Oh, there you are. So, guys, go get him. Because I'm safe.
You really need to download my system, what do they call it? Systems importer, because I can see there's barely any blue there. Did you save your chat logs by any chance for a while? Did you have logging enabled, that little hack, in your 1800 hours?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No.
That's a shame.
No, I've had kind of, I would say with regards to Elite Dangerous, I've only really kind of got into the wider community only recently. I mean, literally within the last year or so, where I've got into the content making and really getting to grips with that side of things, and also the community. I wasn't a member of a player group until only a few months ago. So yeah, it's been a very interesting few months, and definitely made to feel welcome in the Paladin Consortium. Those guys have definitely looked after me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, if anyone's got any like questions for Dr. Kaii that they want to throw out there, I'm sure he'd be happy to answer them.
No.
Nope, so no questions to be answered there whatsoever.
Alright, fine.
There's a real lack of sarcasm. That's the problem. We need more sarcasm.
Sarcasm is great.
I can bring some of that. Excuse my British humour. I remember I used to hang out with a lot of Americans, and it wasn't me personally, but there was a bunch of Brits, but a bunch of Americans, and I knew the Americans didn't really like the Brits because they found them very rude. But it's just sarcasm. It's like we kind of tease each other slightly more than Americans do, I think.
I don't know. See, I can be pretty sarcastic. I love sarcasm and dry humor.
Yeah, but we make it personal more than Americans do, I think.
I don't know. Like, maybe I've just met the wrong type of British person, but it doesn't seem that bad to me.
Well, thank you. I was going to say you ass, but that would just be
Too obvious. Too obvious. Come on, try harder.
Ask me a question. Do I remember my first Earth-like I discovered? Yes. Once I got back from the Pleiades Nebula, Maya, my first ever trip, I decided to go to Saturn, which is in the Southern Cross. It's a star in the Southern Cross. It's about 2,000 light years away, so that was my first proper trip, and I ran into an Earth-like on the way, and it was tagged, so I was quite disappointed, but I was quite blown away. Do you remember yours, guys?
Mine was actually on my way out to Colonia for the first time. And that was about 2 months ago. I could probably pull it up on a bookmark, but I don't remember what the system was precisely.
I've got on the way back from distant worlds, I discovered one only 2,000 light years from the bubble, so I'm quite happy with that one.
All right, I have made it into Shinrarta Desra.
Well, that's disappointing, isn't it?
Lute, if I pronounced that correctly. No, I did not. I didn't even really know what was going on, to be frank. I was just told that it was going to happen and wasn't even asked necessarily to say anything. But yeah, talking about Salome, there was an encounter in Distant Worlds. She showed up. But I do know some things that you don't know about that, which I'm still not at liberty to say, but I didn't sign anything.
Man, every time we have someone on here, they always seem to know something. And it's like, but they're not allowed to say. It's like, ah!
Yeah.
Groundbreaking
Oh,
stuff.
that's an amazing question, Bratha. No, I've never... You mean supergiant stars, I assume, not super gas giants, if there is such a thing. And no, never found a binary pair of supergiants or hypergiants. I have found binary pairs of O-class stars, and they're considered blue giants, but they're not supergiants, so no, I haven't. That would be fantastic, if such a thing is even possible.
I suppose you might be able to have 2 stars of the right type to form those, but I don't think the likelihood of that happening, though, I think is pretty small, isn't it?
To be honest, although I know quite a bit about astrophysics, I don't know enough to answer that. To be honest, a supergiant star is a star at the end of its life, and it doesn't last that long. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, but for 2 stars in a binary pair to be born at the same time with very, very similar mass, it is possible, I guess, for them to both turn into red giants or yellow giants, or whatever it is at the end of their life, at the same sort of time. So I guess it's possible. Don't know what would happen if they grow into each other. That would probably cause some nasty effects that we'd probably be able to detect from Earth. I've got a theory about gamma ray bursts. Does anyone know what they are?
I
No.
can't say I know the scientific definition of any of it.
So basically, when we invented our gamma detectors, my brain's going numb. But anyway, those things that can detect gamma rays, we started noticing these massive flashes that didn't last very long, so it was very hard to pinpoint them. Eventually, we were able to like sort of see one and zoom in on it before it faded away, and they calculated that it was on the other side of the universe. So they did some kind of calculation about how how much energy must be in it, and it is the biggest energy giver that we know of, as far as I know, especially in such a short space of time. The power of it is the most we know of, and we still don't know what they are. So basically, the question is, what are they? And I got this theory that there is a type of bomb that is possible to create, and every now and then a civilization creates it and tests it, and well, that civilization doesn't exist anymore, but maybe that's what's going to happen to us. It sounds like a good book, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think you need to get your tinfoil hat for it, though.
Yeah.
It's one of them. So, Paroxysmal, I noticed that you have just come in, haven't you? You just landed.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm hiding down underneath, too, so you guys can't pester me any.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So, well done. You've made it home safely. So, actually, you know what? That's worked out pretty well, the whole making it home in time. That's pretty much our time for the stream this evening. But once again, guys, remember the competition is you're trying to guess the amount of exploration data that I have managed to get hold of and I've managed to gather. And then when the video goes live, you've got to make sure that you leave a comment there saying the monetary amount in credits that you think I have managed to collect. And the top 5 people who are closest will win the Distant Worlds exploration every time expedition patches, and we will send them out to you, and we will let you know how to get them, and also who's won in a video later on down the line. But definitely, guys, I'm going to say thank you for watching from me, and obviously very happy, Dr. Kaii, that you could join us today.
Thanks for inviting me. And any of my subscribers that are currently in the stream, please subscribe to Commander Plater and Paroxysm. And yeah, because subscriptions are basically our measure of success as YouTubers, and I think these guys are great, so gonna have a great time, I think, if you do that.
Brilliant stuff, thank you very much. So it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me as well. I will see you guys next time.
All right, brilliant stuff, guys. Thanks for watching. Commander Plater, out.